Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from T Exotics. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, if you are new, and I say this every time, but I do honestly please appreciate it, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, tinging the notification bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below. I really would appreciate it. So guys, before we go on with this video, I want to give a huge shout out to Eve's Exotic Pets, who sent me this awesome t-shirt, front and back logo. One of the best logos I've actually seen, actually. Really nice logo. Nice, it stands out, nice colours, but it's still quite, you know, minimalistic in that, if that makes sense. It's a really nice logo. So she sent me that awesome t-shirt, and there's the details on the back. And she also sent me some stickers. Wrong way around, there you go. She also sent me some cool stickers and a nice little note. So, you know, I've read that already, I won't read it out on camera. But thank you very much for that. That's really thoughtful of you. Really shocked when I got that through the post because I wasn't expecting anything, so it's a really nice surprise. So again, thank you to Eve's Exotic Pets. I'll put her Instagram details in the link below, so make sure you go and follow her because she's got some awesome animals. So in today's video, guys, it's going on from the last video I've done with Darren, and it is a viewer request, and this viewer wanted to know more about the financial side of the hobby. Now, a lot of people don't want to disclose that information. I have nothing to hide. I'm not making millions here, guys, but I'm spending it, or it feels like it anyway. So I'm more than happy to give you a little rundown on the sort of running costs of this particular room. And don't forget, this is just in my instance, guys. It's not going to be for any other breeder. It's not going to be the same as Darren from Neighbours Constrictors. It's not going to be the same as Eddie from Sunbury Serpents. This is just my experience, what things have cost me personally. And don't forget, when I give you some of these prices, guys, some of these prices could have been from a long time ago. So you might think, wow, that's expensive, or that's quite cheap. Obviously, the market, whether it's in the animals or the equipment, goes up and down quite frequently. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comment section down below, or DM me on Instagram, or hit me up at taexotics@gmail.com. Details will be down below. So without further ado, guys, kick back, relax, and enjoy this video. So guys, we'll start out on the outside. So this is the actual cabin that I got. It's quite filthy at the moment. It all needs jet washing down, really, and nice new look of paint. But this is basically a log cabin that I painted. I didn't put it up myself, but I got a friend to do that. I did paint it myself though. Pictures can be found on Instagram. So the log cabin, I can't remember the exact dimensions of the cabin, and do excuse the mess, I'm having a tidy around, but it's pretty fair size. It is quite big, you know, you can fit quite a bit in here, and there's quite a lot sort of floor space as well. So the cabin cost me, I think it was around £1,900. That was just to deliver it flat packed. So £1,900 was like a base cost. And then obviously I had to have it built, so I had to pay a friend to build it. And I paid him, I think over 2 days, I think I paid him the best part of 500 quid, obviously to get the screws and bits and bobs and his labour. So already we're almost at £2,500 just for the actual skeleton of the building, if that makes sense. And then of course, once you've got your building up and running, you need your electrics. Now this room, obviously that's the main box right there. I've got double plugs, one there, another one behind there, another one there, there, another one behind there, and another one behind there, all double sockets. Now, and obviously the strip light as well. And then obviously the armoured cable that goes down there through the bottom, and then it runs out the length of the garden to the actual main box in the house. That was the best part, I think, of £3,000 to do all that, which is obviously a lot of money. So already, just for the building and to kit it out with electrics, we're at £5,000, guys. Now, in my instance, in my scenario, I just moved house, so I couldn't. That's why I didn't settle for the log cabin. I didn't want a log cabin. I wanted an actual brick and mortar house sort of thing, outhouse. But that's all sort of the budget could really let me do. Hence why you see this lovely tinfoil effect insulation. I copied that from Miguel over at Always Evolving when he was in his garage doing it. Saw it working for him and I thought, why not? And guys, it really does work exceptionally well. It doesn't look very pretty, which is why I put all this fake sort of greenage on there. I'm actually doing the rest of the cabin in this as well, but I'm going to make it, you know, different shades of the green. It's quite dark now because we're not getting the light, but different shades of the green, some vines, make it look really junglified. If junglified is a word, I don't think it is, but you know what I mean. And we're going to have vines hanging down and it's going to look quite cool. At the end of the month, all these racks are going because I'm reinvesting in some new racking, just to try and make the room look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Although these are fantastic racks to do the job, obviously they're all looking different, all different looking, and I don't quite like it. That'll stay because I just built that. But yeah, that'll be changing. But so let's talk about the racking. So we're already sort of £5,000 behind, you know, in the red or in the black, whatever it is they say. So racking. So this rack here, this is a 10 high old school Freedom Breeder rack. This is, you know, probably 10-15 years old. Not that I've had it that long, but it is quite an old rack. It does utilise the V70 tubs, which is fantastic. Nice big tubs. I do like the big tubs. And the thermostat that actually came with it. Now when I bought this particular rack, this rack was £900, but it came with 10 adult females. Hence why there's a lot of single gene stuff in there, like the pinstripe and a couple of normals, pastels, things like that. It actually came with the rack. So when I actually came out of the hobby and then came back in it a few years later, that was the first rack I got because it came with sort of breeding females. So that's why I picked that up. So that's £900 for that. This rack here is a DTP rack. Again, this is 10 high, utilises 33 litre tubs or rubs. Again, I really do like this rack. This is on hinges, which is really cool. They can come right out, you can click them and they come out, so you can actually do full cleans. Nice bumblebee nearing her ovulation there. That rack was £550, and I had to get that shipped over from Northern Ireland because that's where the seller was. So already, what are we at now? So it's at 5,900, so we're already at over £6,000 so far just for the building and those two racks. Coming down to this one, this is just a homemade rack. I think that cost me, I think I paid like 300 quid for that. Again, it's only 6 high, 33 litre rubs, and this is what's currently housing my males, the leopard firefly. Obviously that came with the stat and the mats and things like that. So what are we at now? Forgive me, my maths isn't very good and my memory is even worse. So 5, sort of 9, so say 6, 6.5. So just shy of £7,000 for the room and these 3 racks. Obviously that's not including the animals, so we're just doing equipment now, guys. Over here, and again, excuse the mess because, you know, I am sort of in the middle of upgrading and changing a few things out. Chest freezer. It was actually quite, you know, nice and cheap. If I move this stuff out of the way, we can get. So chest freezer, that was £130 brand new, which is really cool. Got all my rodents in it. Nice deep chest freezer. There's bags and bags and bags of rodents all the way down to the bottom. So that's really cool. So £130. So just over £7,000 altogether. The food for the snakes, obviously that's a big cost. Now, you know that I used to breed my own, which was a hell of a lot cheaper, obviously, but it took a lot of time. And my wife was actually, she took charge of doing the rodents, but health issues and things like that meant she couldn't do it anymore, and I didn't have time with the travelling to work and doing all the animals as well to do them. So we decided not to breed rats anymore, just to bulk buy, which, you know, it's fine. And that cost can, you know, it depends on your collection, guys. I think I got a bit lucky with this order because, I mean, they're some of the ones that I bred, but these are the rattlesnake ones from Blood Balls. I got a bit lucky with that order because I ordered some and there was problems with delivery, so I ended up with 3 boxes for the price of 1. But I probably spend, well, I can't really tell you what I spend on rodents because I haven't really had to do it month by month because I got a big bulk order. But you're probably looking at, from my collection, in the height of baby season, when I've got, you know, when that's full and I've got babies to feed, you're probably looking at, I don't know, £200 a month, maybe a little bit more, which is a hell of a lot of money just to go on the food for the animals. But this is my choice. This is what I choose to do. It's what I choose to spend my money on. As long as my wife, my kids and my house is paid for, you know, this is my hobby. Don't like cars, don't like anything like that, so this is what I spend my money on, guys. So coming over, this rack here, I think altogether this rack cost me, I'd probably say best part of £200, £250, considering all the heat mats and the thermostats and things like that. The tubs did come from my old LP rack, which, if you remember that one, that was a 40 tub LP hatching rack, and that was actually £1,400 when I bought that. But let's talk about what's in the room at the moment. So already approaching sort of £7,500 in that neighbourhood. Then we come down to the incubator. Now the incubator was only £100, I think it was. Then obviously we had to convert it into an incubator. So that's like another thermostat, that is heat cable, and things like that. Obviously the boxes, there's a couple of clutches in there that you can see. Obviously the boxes are nice and cheap, and obviously you've got to pay for things like the grates, like the light diffuser, egg crate stuff if you use that, and your substrate. But you know, things like this, guys, you know, buying lots of this and the little tiny bits that you wouldn't expect cost a lot of money, actually do. I've got things like a soldering iron that's stored up there nice and messy, to do the tubs with. You know, it's things like that. Water bottles, water sprayers, you know, the pressurized ones, that we can, you know, spray down with. You know, they're a cost. We've got this fan. It's a fan stroke heater, that was 60-70 quid. Obviously that's going to go soon. I'm actually going to get above the door here one of those like an aircon type thing. It's not an aircon, it's a fan that blows hot and cold air, but I thought it'd be better than there, utilise the space rather than on the floor. Over there we just have a load of storage area, which is really messy at the moment because I'm just sort of sorting it out. That's why there's a Hoover in here. So the big main question, what people want to know, since I'm looking at that radiator there, is the heating. How do I heat this room? Now, this does a great job of insulating, it really does, guys, but obviously it still needs heat within the room to, you know, this keeps the heat in, but it still needs to heat the room up, obviously. And I used to use that simple all-field radiator on a thermostat, and I probably run that for 3 or 4 hours a day. It goes on and off, and then the same during the night, and that keeps this room on average around 80-81 degrees. I do like it a bit cooler at the moment, especially when I'm working in it, just so I can be comfortable working in. Obviously it's only 71 degrees near at the moment, but that is because I've had this door open for quite a bit while I'm trying to air the room and hoover it and things like that. But if the door was shut, then this room will probably go up to about 80 degrees once that kicks in for a bit. So electric, what does it cost me in electric? If I'm honest, guys, I don't really know. I know that's a weird response. We get our electric bill quarterly, and the wife looks after all the bills, so I don't really see the bills. Put it this way, the extra electricity that this whole room sort of generates is still less than the blimmin' hot tub that I had at my old house. That cost me a fortune. So I'd probably say on average this probably costs an extra on top of your normal electric bill. This probably costs an extra for me to £200 to £250 a month, maybe 200. Maybe a bit less. It depends, you know, how often that's on, and if the incubator is running or not. Obviously, once that's off, you know, it's a lot cheaper. I'll try and find out the exact figure. I'll try and dig out a bill and show you on the next video. Like I said, I'm not hiding anything. I'm more than happy to share anything with you guys. So I'll try and get a more accurate answer for that. But you got to know, guys, that when you want a room like this. And don't get me wrong, this room is my haven, but you know, there's going to be 1,000 rooms out there that are better than this, better well built, better prepared, better stocked, better this, better that. But this is mine. I love it, and I know a lot of people would die to have just this, so I'm thankful that I've got this to what I had before. Whether you're in a bedroom, whether you're in a garage, whether you're in a spare room, or whether you've got your own space in the garden, you know, make it your own. And that doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it, as long as you're happy with it. I can't wait to get these new racks because that's going to look awesome. And if you saw the latest video from... No, he hasn't actually done his video yet, tell a lie. So you'll know that myself and Darren helped Eddie upgrade his racks. Basically to the same racking that Darren and Eric from Neighbours Constructors use. I'm going to get that, so I'm going to get a nice 30 slot rack in there. It would just look really nice. Basically it's just the same as this. Black sort of melamine, whatever that is, with the smoke tubs. That looked really cool. And obviously when I put all the greenery in, all different shades of greenery with vines, with like fake palm leaves and all that sort of thing, it's going to look absolutely cool. It might make the room feel a bit smaller, but you know, it's not going to be smaller, so I don't mind. It's only me in here, guys, and the odd visitor now and again, so I don't mind that at all. And what else have we got? So yeah, okay, so another cost which could be as cheap or as expensive as you like, is obviously things like substrate. Now I use Reptile chip. Some people use just paper, some people use Aspin, Lignasol, all different kinds. That obviously costs money. I think they're about £16 a block. You get a little discount the more you buy, but that's, you know, that is an expense that you have to account for. You can get things a lot cheaper, so if you use paper you can get big bulks of unprinted paper for, you know, a really good price. But I probably spend on substrate, because obviously once the substrate's in, I'll give you a great example. So this pin's right through now. There's a bit of poop there, but other than that it's pretty much clean. So I'll just pick that out, and she'll be done. I'll probably do a full tub clean out once every time they shed, and that way they get sanitized. The tubs get F10'd, brand new Reptile chip. So I don't go through a lot of Reptile chip, to be fair. I don't use a lot of it. I've got two blocks left, and I'll probably do a complete clean out at the end of this month. I probably will need to get another 2 or 3 blocks, just to, I don't like running out, but obviously once I get, I think that does about 10 tubs, 10 V70 tubs if I'm not mistaken. So I'm getting 30 of the 33 litres, so I figured, you know, 10 per, 1 block per 10 should do it, because they obviously are smaller than the V70s. So that's the plan with that, guys. So there you have it, guys. I hope that sort of answered a few questions that you might have had. Maybe how much it's going to cost you to have something similar, to get a cabin. Like I said, the price that I said for this cabin was 1,900 quid, which was obviously a lot of money. I think about 6 weeks after I bought the cabin, the exact same one went down to 1,400. Always the way. But shop around if you want to do something like this, and I know a couple of you have actually reached out to me, asked me specifics on doing a cabin, so good luck with that, and I hope it all goes very well for you. Like I said, guys, if you've got any other questions, you know, feel free to ask. I'm transparent as they come. You won't get no BS from me. I will tell you how it is. If I don't know the answer, I'll try and find the answer out for you. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're staying safe with this coronavirus. It's a crappy thing, I know, but you know, stay safe. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. Keep your loved ones close by, because this is going to get worse before it gets better. So guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit that like button, tick the notification bell so you don't get to miss the next video. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.